meetings are about to begin. Find your workstations, sit down, shut up. Your attention is mandatory. This is not an excuse to goof off. The director is terminating slackers liberally. Any complaints should be filed with the Human Resources Office located on the far side of the minefield. Gentlemen, everything is set for broadcast. Oh God, this is no way to live.
First of all, Sailor Moon is nonsense. She's not even a planet. The rest of them are. Jupiter would devour her without even noticing. You might pay to see it. Oh shit, right. Board meetings. Blah blah, chit-chat about the frivolities of your realities. Commence the annoyance.
You asked for these meetings, man. We can literally stop anytime you want to.
Request denied.
Request denied. Hold up. NPC sequence Delta Bravo 1172.
1172? Really? Why can't you use single-digit numbers like a normal person?
It's all right. He isn't an NPC. Well, if he is, he messed with his own code enough that we should act like he's a person anyways.
I'm kind of with him on this. 11172. What are you, fucking 5?
I think Bear and Pear is okay. Have you ever noticed anything numbered around here?
Oh, is that why we don't have single-digit ID numbers?
No, that was just because I wanted all the numbers to match his numbers.
And this ends today's TED Talk about why our company works the way it does.
Request denied really fucked you guys up, didn't it?
You remember how we have all those better safe policies? Well, this is an added one. You just forgot about it because you hate these meetings.
I forget everything. And shut up. You hate them too.
We all hate them. Which is why we do them. It's basically mutually assured annoyance.
No questions about Sailor Moon?
I mean, does she have to be a planet? Why? Just space shit.
The rest of them are. Why is she insignificant or special?
She's special. No, she is. Watch Sailor Moon and you'll find out.
She's the only one that orbits around Earth.
That's true, but there is no Sailor Earth as far as I know.
What was the little sister that comes along later's name? Because wasn't she more important? They like pulled a Buffy.
No idea.
Or I guess Buffy pulled her.
No idea.
All right, back to the episode.
Tom, lead us in.
So today's episode is called Lost in the Sauce. For ADD games that tick your spectrum-riddled boxes. We have gone around the bend a few times now on what makes games fun. We're going to talk about what autistic boxes do we have. Do we even know? What makes us sink hours into some games but not others? Commence Operation Time Loss.
You're getting really into this. I like it.
It's got an operation title. I'm into it.
Right. We need dossiers.
Do you want folders? I have folders.
Absolutely. And send yarn.
And all the paper clips you can muster. Different colors, of course, because they have to be color coordinated.
They got to be rusty.
Wait, what? Oh, the thumbtacks, not the yarn. Got it.
Thumbtacks, yeah.
Thumbtacks, that's what we said. Sure.
But now everybody has the boring magnetic boards.
That's
not a fan.
We're going old school.
Yeah, we're paper pushers around here.
Right.
So, why does mental illness such as ADD and autism contribute to gaming so much?
Can you elaborate on that? Are we trying to assert that games are causing ADD and autism?
I'm not asserting that. I'm asserting that those with those conditions tend to game.
That's what I thought. Okay, that makes more sense. Obsessive compulsive disorder goes hand in hand with both of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can add that, sure.
Because it gives me so much serotonin to do things.
Yeah, those achievements sometimes are really serotonin boosters, right?
What game? I mean, it's all MMOs, but what was WildStar? That was the one that when you leveled up, it did a little fucking guitar ding, yeah.
Or
you know how great that feels.
what was it? With Jack Black, what was it? School of Rock.
That was
the game or the movie?
Game.
They had a game.
I thought there.
Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend.
Yeah,
Brutal Legend.
Okay.
Where I think you love
School of Rock the game.
Sorry, I only associate Jack Black in that movie.
A lot of people do, and I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pushing the ADD hard already.
But yeah, I think in that game you also level up with a rock like a rift.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do. It's Jack Black.
Decapitation. Yeah, man. Hyper focus, it helps with video games. Then you get good at it, and then that makes you feel good.
Yeah. Okay.
It helps that they're impossibly interesting and
That
creative.
too. And everything is out there, you'll find something you'll like.
And the comparison isn't a good comparison that everybody makes. So it's not fair entirely. So implicit in that is kind of like this comparison to the normal mundane learning or whatever trivial nonsense you would do in a day. That doesn't compare to pixels, graphics, explosions, multi-million-dollar music scores. It's hard to compete with that. So I'm not sure that it's fair to necessarily just throw your hands up in the air and say, I don't understand. They can't pay attention to math, but they can play video games all day. Video games are learning, immediate learning.
There is a more immediate reward too. Also, it's all laid out, like especially with math, there's a right answer, but you have to do all this. As a video game, here's most of the time step by steps how to do something, and when you fail, just keep going.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, what boxes do you look for in games that are often viewed as on the spectrum outside of video games?
I'm going to use some examples of that before I can start answering, because I don't quite understand what you're asking.
Basically, like anything that you find enjoyment from in life that might get you pegged as on the spectrum.
Oh, like my need to collect every mountain Warcraft?
Yeah.
Or even pets, when Mark would yell at me because they'd be like, they'll give you gold. I don't give a shit. I want this thing to follow me around for 5 minutes before I throw it in a box and never look at it again.
Things like that. Or like my need to hit perfection on some of the Steam games or the achievements.
So we're talking completionism, collecting. What else?
Beating Tom achievements in one particular game.
That is not a sign. That's a sign of more closely related to narcissism than anything else.
My need to...
I don't know, because it's just that game for some reason.
My need to replay Power Wash Simulator just for those dings.
The dings are nice, but again, that game makes me too anxious.
I don't know the dings, and I still haven't looked it up.
I'm going to have to take like fucking...
So satisfying. It's like a little bell.
It is. It's literally a ding. I'm going to get like stoned
like,
and play one day, see if that helps.
The serve me bell at establishment?
No.
Yep.
Just no.
Mark's getting war flashbacks.
I spent a lot of my life in a restaurant. No bells. One of the happiest days of my life was working up the courage to smash one of those fucking things. I don't know what boxes I look for to check. I don't think I seek out things like that. I'm usually trying to at least finish a story, finish a series. I guess a good example is I'm curious about the story of Destiny, and that final shape just launched.
So like lore exploration, or
I suppose at this point. In the past, I'm sure.
Did you cave and buy it?
No, and I don't think I'm going to.
Good on you.
I think that ship has sailed. Especially because I looked up some of the lore entries and some of the videos. Oh, we finally know what the ghosts are. No, we don't. That was the most vague explanation of anything I've ever heard of in my life, and that's not news. We knew that from the inception of the game. They literally opened the trailer talking about ghosts as they're fragments of the Traveler. Thanks.
Yeah.
So now it's how many years later, and we're 10 years later, and we're finding out confirmed.
I knew that, and I didn't even play the first game.
Exactly. Let's see here. So I don't have any particular urge to collect things in games. I don't know. Maybe building things from back in the day, because I'll still get trapped into that.
Like Minecraft.
When you could build buildings in a city, and yeah.
I was impressed with the small amount of time we played Power World, the base you fucking built.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
I have no desire or like compulsion to build shit like that.
Yeah, I'm more of the person that you can send to collect the resources.
I'm the Elmer's Clue and Legos kid.
That's true.
And there's one more for me, like exploration games where like if there's a path that's like slightly off to the side, I have to go down it.
Oh, so is it like me in Dungeon Crawlers where I have to go back and do the other path if I find the right one first?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh, I wonder how many people. So, how do I phrase this? Do other people do that, or is that a thing that we've conditioned each other to do?
I think other people do those things.
How many?
I think it's high in the gaming arena because I think games themselves have also conditioned to reward us to do those things.
They have, but I talk to a lot of filthy casuals, like actual filthy casuals, who have zero concept and do zero research. And they're completely unfazed by that. They found the right direction. They're happy as a clam.
But do they know that they're missing shit, or they just not care?
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
To a degree, it's like an aloofness, like, oh, I didn't have to waste my time going down that path. But you missed out on X, Y, and Z. It's okay.
I was definitely like that when I first started playing video games. Like, I was like, the side path isn't important. And I was more about the main quest or the main, like, story because I didn't want to get sidetracked. But as I've played video games, I'm like, you can get some good power-ups or some things that make, like, the boss fight easier or whatever by like games have basically conditioned me to want to go down those paths now. And now I feel like I need to do that.
To expand on that, it was pointed out to me by my friend Bill that in most games, I do that with everything, though, not even just dungeon crawlers. Like if we're playing like a fighting game, or not even a fighting game, just any game in general, I will look at I might jump into the game first, but after my first round or whatever, I'll look at every character, read what their ability is, try this, try that. Like he just picks one thing and that's his thing until forever. I got to see what everything does.
You're starting to burgeon on the generalist versus specialist territory. Whereas you would be a generalist trying to dabble in everything, and he would specialize into one because, I'm getting my fix there.
I'll eventually specialize. I'll find what I like, but I got to see
he's got to experience everything firsthand.
Like, so again, same person, fucking Bill, when he was playing Destiny, I don't remember what he made, but he only played that one class and that one tree his entire career.
Damn.
I at least read everything, looked, tried this. I made one of those. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't usually try everything, but I try like every like main option, but not like every like side option for classes and stuff.
Gentlemen, we interrupt this broadcast for shameless self-promotion. End in the middle because it's evil and hilarious. Subordinates, have you subscribed yet? Commented, liked, left a review? No? Would you kindly? It's unbecoming of an evil empire to solicit the love and affection of its loyal patrons. Your support is appreciated and mandatory. Like your attention. Yeah, depending on the game, I'll dabble across, but as soon as I hit a roadblock that I find intolerable, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm like, that class is not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things I won't go through because I'm like, this just sucks, but I have to at least see, Or sometimes it's just the gate is too much to do it, Like it's too much work to make a character to be this other thing. I might be like, all right, fuck it then.
So do you guys think of these like boxes that we look for as actual mental issues or just perceived that way by the muggles?
No. So
I have mental issues, so
I mean, there isn't any hard evidence that would draw any sort of positive correlation or association between video games and mental illness.
I'm not saying what
It's not
correlation. I'm saying what you think.
what I think. What I think is based off of, we grew up post-Columbine.
Yep.
Where the news and the media said things like Mortal Kombat and Duke Nukem caused Columbine. And there was a lot of recorded audio and video and then manifestos from those two assholes that said otherwise. It had nothing to do with the fact. So what do I believe in that situation? I don't. The psychological research came in and said, no, there's no association. There's nothing. We can't even find a link between violent TV and violent actions. So
the closest thing you can say is violent people might like violent things.
That's true.
That's about it.
And funny enough, you can find a stronger correlation between surgeons or dentists, people who have to physically harm a body in order to help it or repair it or heal, and people who are more willing to perpetrate violent crime or be serial killers.
Huh.
Yeah. That's why a lot of serial killers are dentists.
Be nice to your dentist, kids. Well, see, here's the thing with that, too. If we're going to go off of that trail, you still don't know, like, the best because really good serial killers won't get caught.
That's true. That is true.
Very true.
And video games are a fairly new phenomenon still, even though, we're pushing, 30 plus years of contemporary video games and being the mainstay.
Yeah, but I think video games are so common today that you would see a drastic rise in like serial killers if they were.
Yeah. I think that is more in line with the biological predispositions to those type of like psychopaths and sociopaths versus people being forced into it. I'm not saying you can't condition somebody to be a crazy person. You absolutely can. It's just, Call of Duty's not doing it.
Yep.
What was the name of that one? Was it like a senator that kept trying to sue Rockstar and fucking Mortal Kombat over and over again?
Cotton?
Like back in the day.
If it was from back in the day, I don't know.
What'd you say, Tom?
Was that Tom Cotton?
Maybe. Let's see.
Senator Cotton.
Oh, it was a lawyer too. So maybe it was also him. No, because he's not a lawyer, right? It's a different guy. I can't remember his name. There was a lawyer that also kept doing, like, trying to sue and pushing all that shit. He eventually got disbarred because he would just keep making up wrongful suits that had no basis.
Was it Jack Thompson?
That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's listed as an activist.
Yeah, but he was a lawyer.
Yeah, okay, so I don't think that's exactly fair to call him an act. Calling him an attorney is, was his primary occupation.
Yeah, that I feel more proper.
You could say after the fact he was an activist in whatever field. Oh, he also targeted rap music and Howard Stern.
Yes.
So he was a Puritan.
Apparently.
Just got to blame something else, man.
Well, I mean, why not? Wait, what? Florida? And then he's from Cleveland? Is that where he practiced? I don't care.
Yeah.
So Jack Thompson, he's still alive. He's 72.
Mm-hmm.
He sucks.
So
I believe he's
big sidetrack
doing
imminent.
shit.
Let's list popular games that hit our perceived boxes.
Wow, Tom, you fucking nailed that. Just to be clear, guys, in notes, he said we would be sidetracked at this point. Wow.
Yeah, he got that one.
Is Tom the only real person here? We just bullshit programs? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it might be.
Or it might be the reverse way around. I have to follow the sequential thing.
So, to be specific, he did say sidetrack imminent, not sidetrack currently happening. So he's predicting it after.
Yeah, I'm predicting another one.
So he's getting the rhythm. He hasn't gotten there yet.
That's still pretty good.
Fascinating. popular games that have hit our perceived boxes. I'm sorry I failed to establish what my boxes are, but if there were more games that were functional builders, like, I mean, I should have fallen into Minecraft more so than I did. I really didn't.
Minecraft's a good one.
Maybe because I saw myself falling into that one so hard.
Yeah.
But that would probably be up there.
Couldn't you just play like any survival game?
No, because a lot of times they have arbitrary nonsense.
Well, not all of them have a lot of building involved, or like can take you a lot big building things. You probably should have played Valheim, I think, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here, another one like that, V Rising. I quite enjoyed my time with that. I didn't play a lot of it because nobody wanted to play with me, but that's something that I could pick up and play.
You build in that?
You do.
Huh.
You build a lot in that, actually.
Well,
like, probably like part of the main gameplay is to build like your place to basically become stronger.
What was the other one? Well, you guys talk. I'm going to find the other one, which we should all try and play because it's really interesting. Came out right around Pal World.
Yeah, Pal World's a good one too. For my boxes, I would say a lot of the simulation games hit them. The mundane tasks like gas station simulator, truck driver simulator.
Fucking gas station simulator.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
I don't know.
What did I almost bought you a simulator the other day, and I didn't. I think it was Thief Simulator.
Oh, I didn't like that one as much. No, what's been hitting my boxes lately? Naval combat, like Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts.
Oh, I saw you were playing that, and I looked at it, and I went, "That's a fucking Tom game right there."
Wild Mender hits my boxes. Yeah. What about you, Chris? What are some of your games?
Well, as you know, I've been playing a lot of Remnant well after I beat it.
Oh, yeah, you've been playing a lot of Remnant, too.
To be fair, I leave it on a lot, too. But, yeah, no, I've been playing a lot of fucking Remnant because I need all the things.
That's fair. I can understand that.
What's great, too, is I just did a whole fucking, what are they called, rooms or fucking event that I never saw before. And I was like, huh, yay. What one was it? It was something in the shitty planet that I don't like. Oh, it was the extermination thing. We have to kill all the stuff before they fucking purge the room.
That was fun.
I like that. And then we got to get it again so I can kill you guys while we're in it.
Do you get something for doing so?
Yeah, you do. You get a trait that I'll never use, but I just also want to do it.
Have you found
There's something in that situation.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Tom.
It's okay. Go ahead.
So in that room, when you do that, if you take the path, like you clear, I don't know if it's everything or you have to leave something alive. You could jump to the different things, if I'm remembering it correctly, and then get, I forget what, I think a weapon.
Well, maybe. I don't know where all the weapons are. I got the stupid thing in the sewer the other day. Like, what is it, a grenade launcher?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would have been nice to have early on.
Oh, I got it early on. I told you, I sat there and watched the water because I heard you could do it. There you go. There's the box.
Mark's got to watch water.
Real life physics in games, like actual physics in games. Enshrouded. Okay. We'll talk about that after. Yeah, real life physics in games. If you say I could do it, I will actually call you on it.
Like you say, I can do something that no one else does.
Yeah, that'll help too. Dude, fucking Apocalypse mode too. That was brutal as shit, but I trudged through that. I don't know what part of me likes doing crap like that, but it's the part that likes Souls games.
Yeah, that's the part that I hate about Souls games.
That last fight is fucking bullshit.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, also I want to point out the last fight, not only is it bullshit by itself, but he also had the little fucking modifier where he's resistant to fucking elements, which is my entire goddamn build.
They did that on purpose.
Yep. They took away
my
your
build wouldn't have worked anyway. It wouldn't have worked anyway, but still, that was just a kick in the nuts.
That's pretty funny.
I also been playing because Erica got into it. Wuthering Waves. What the fuck's the name of this game? Hold on.
Wandering Waves.
No, I had it right. Wuthering Waves, which is Genshin Impact, but you can skip all the talking, and it's got more quality life improvements, such as skipping all the talking.
Ah,
But I thought people loved all the talking.
I think the combat's a little bit better. The tone is definitely cooler. It's got a anyone ever play Threads of Fate back in the day?
I don't know.
it sounds familiar to me.
And if you haven't, we'll just say it's got a thing like what was the Castlevania with Soma Cruz?
I don't remember.
Anyway, it's got that.
I know Threads of Fate, actually. I didn't play it.
Okay. Anyway, both those games, you can kill monsters and get like their spirit or a chance to get their spirit and use an ability. You can also do that in this. So it's got like a Pokemon element where I murder things and then get to use their abilities. And that makes my ADD go fucking crazy because they're like, go do this one quest. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Fucking 3 hours later, I've murdered every monster and still haven't done that quest.
Dawn of Sorrow, Castlevania? Aria of Sorrow?
Yeah, it was Aria of Sorrow and probably Dawn. That sounds right.
Harmony of Despair and Grimoire of Souls.
Same thing though. Soma fucking kills demons, gets their souls. So similar shit. That game's cool.
I forgot one of my boxes.
Yep, that is a good one.
One of my
You forgot one of your boxes?
Yeah. One of my boxes is like feeling like a god in the game.
That depends on the game for me. But what game makes you feel like a god, Tom?
Like God of War or Diablo 3 made me feel like a god.
Nice.
Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
Dishonored was probably the most time I enjoyed feeling like a god. You very quickly in that game become overpowered as fuck. It's like second level. You could shoot a bullet. Oh no, someone can shoot a bullet at you. You could stop time, pick up the guy, move him in front of the bullet, start time again. He shot himself.
That's fun.
Yeah. But sometimes I don't like going the other way too. Sometimes being overpowered, I'm like, eh.
It has to be like in a fun way. Like I'm not. There still have to be some challenges, but like for the common person, like the common rabble that's thrown at you, you like just insta kill them.
I agree. It depends on what's going on.
I often find games where useless trash mobs kill me way too easy, just destroy my interest in the game, like as I progress. Like, there's no point. I'm sorry.
That was for you, Mark.
What's Spinner?
I made a noise with my mouth and I said it was for you, Mark.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know later.
It's a callback to something nobody will know about, and I'm going to leave it in.
Oh, Mark said something about
Enshrouded.
a game that we're supposed to talk about, right? Yeah,
Enshrouded,
what's that?
So Enshrouded is MASH, Valheim, and more of like a WoW-ish MMO together.
Okay, well, I didn't play Valheim, so let's take a look at this.
Valheim's pretty good.
It's a builder. Yeah.
Can we play together? Because I can't build houses. Thank the Lord.
I got you there, I promise.
I'll have a fucking lean tube as my fucking home base.
Yeah, we can do that sometime.
Oh, what you guys made me realize when you were talking about alternate paths and now bringing this up again, what I learned from alternate pathing in games, I hated having to farm resources for gear later in games. That
I
to me
noticed
is,
that.
Ugh.
A lot of games we
So
play.
what I do is I will.
Yeah, we play together.
Yeah.
That you like don't want to do. You don't want to have any part of that.
Because it's tedious. I don't want to kill the same thing over and over again, trying to, like Borderlands cured me of that permanently. Trying to get the same drops over and over. But collecting nonsense, if you alternate path in games, you can pick up most of the shit that you need for at least a couple builds or a couple pieces of gear at the end game. Really reduce, the need to.
Oh, you don't want to kill 37 monkeys so you can get like 40 tufts of hair?
No, because it'll take me 842 to get 38 tufts.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'd play this. This is pretty cool looking.
Anyway, so there was one other thing. Oh, for exploration, my exploration box, Stray is a good one. And Valheim's a good one because I get to like reduce or remove the Shadow War or whatever from the map. I really like
clearing
going
Fog of War.
those like long boat rides. in Valheim
That's pretty interesting.
because it's like procedurally generated, right?
Yep. Chris doesn't do boats.
No,
Nah, man, a plane's much faster than a boat.
it's just boats are actually a little hard in Valheim when I first like was learning how to like use it.
Because you kind of have to sail.
Yeah, you actually have to do like there's some mechanics to it.
That might make it more interesting.
But like being against or with the wind affects like how well your boat does.
Can I get scurvy and what's it called when you don't see land for a while?
No, but
Cabin fever. Can I get cabin fever?
If you don't see land for a while, or if you're in the middle of the ocean, you can be attacked by a sea serpent, I think.
Well, now I'm just gonna go look for the sea serpent.
Well, people do just usually see the sea serpent before you're leveled enough to deal with the sea serpent. So it's just like almost an insta kill, because if you drown, you like basically die.
Oh, all right. That's one of my boxes too, and it's in so many games. If I see something big, especially if I don't think I can kill it, I have to try to see if I can kill it. Because sometimes I can, and I know I'm under leveled, but it works out sometimes. But I have to punch the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the sea serpent can like destroy your boat. If you destroy your boat in the middle of the ocean, you just sink.
Yeah, I'll die. I don't give a shit. I don't care if I don't get a boat again. I'll ruin my whole character, Tom, just to try to kill this thing.
The sea serpent.
You can kill it later.
It's Jormungandr.
It's an awesome name.
Yeah, it's from Norse mythology.
A lot of it is, but Valheim. So,
but not specifically Valheim. I meant like all things though. I have to punch the big thing to see if I can kill it, especially early.
That's one of your boxes.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the need to be a petulant child and often smack the big thing and run away.
That is you. I will try to fight it square. With a fucking Skyrim, the hill giant, windmill kicked me. I could still probably kill this thing. Let me try for like 5 more hours.
Yeah, that was pretty fun to watch.
The best is when you don't really get anything for it. Like, I succeeded. Fuck.
Well, that was a waste of 6 hours.
2 gold.
No, the best thing you could get from them was their weapon. It's a tree stump with a rock.
I mean, it looks cool, but
No, it wasn't good, but...
So, Enshrouded. Tell us about Enshrouded.
So, Enshrouded is basically... It's like Valheim, but a little bit more advanced as far as gear crafting, which I actually don't know if Valheim has come on from where it started. But essentially, it's as if an MMO like WoW made you start from, the very basics of crafting.
I'm watching some guy run around with daggers and a magic wand right now. This looks pretty badass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
It got a little bit overshadowed because of Palworld, and then what else came out then?
There was the around, wasn't that like Destiny's 2's like expansion time too?
I don't know. I don't think so. It was like Palworld, and then what the hell did we jump to? Shortly thereafter, when I was getting around to, Helldivers was next. Yes, it was, because Helldivers was what, February?
That's what I think.
You are correct, sir. So it got a little bit overshadowed, but it was a hotly streamed game for a while.
Okay. Is there anything else for you, Mark, for your boxes?
Checking boxes. I can't think of any. I'm sure there are.
Any last minute additions to our list that people might go play now?
A popular game?
Yeah.
Go play Remnant 2.
Yeah.
Or Wuthering Waves, bleh, if you like Genshin or Breath of the Wild.
I might look at that later because I liked Genshin. I didn't like all the cutscenes.
You can skip 90% of them. The main storyline, it stops you a little bit. There's a few times too where like it uses the conversation as loading, so there's dots going, but once it loads, it'll let you skip. The other good quality of life thing too is fucking climbing. You can ninja run up walls.
Oh.
So
that might be something I put on my list then. I'll just say it: War Thunder and World of Warships. The only reason they tick a box for me is because their upgrade mechanics about like upgrading the ships and stuff.
Oh yeah, you like building ships.
But like the progression mechanics, I feel are really good in those games.
I don't think I've ever committed to playing anything like that.
If you're going to do any of them, as someone who likes kind of RPG stuff, I'd probably do was it War Thunder,
Mhm.
because they have an arcade mode. And basically, however many crews you have, that's how many lives you have for each match.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yep. So like if you have 3 like airplane crews, you get three different planes for that match. And if you're really good at the airplane duels, then you can just be in your one plane the whole match and kill everyone. But
that would bring back some serious memories.
But I'm not good at the dogfighting, so I don't do well on the airplane ones. They have the War.
You just need some Tenacious D in the background.
Bro, I love dogfighting.
So I think the dogfighting actually is really well done in War Thunder, but I'm just bad at it.
I was just talking about that earlier. Fucking dogfighting games. A mini game popped up on something Erica was playing. I'm like, ooh, let me do it.
Anyways, also if someone's like just out teched you in your match, then it can be really hard to take them down because their plane's just faster, better, has more armor.
I see.
And you might be in
So
one level below them because sometimes in World War I, World War II, those planes were fighting against each other.
Yeah, interesting.
I should get everybody to play Century then.
That's a dragon game?
Yeah, it's Dragon Crimson Skies.
I didn't like that game.
I got a bunch of free shit on PlayStation for that.
I don't know why. I just didn't.
You played Century?
I did. For like a week.
Did you?
And then I was like, nah.
Well, recent reviews are mixed, so maybe you were onto something.
Okay. I don't know.
It does have 16,000 mostly positive reviews, though.
I don't know. It just wasn't for me for whatever reason. Anyways, so let's progress on our list. Are they hard and fast things that your brain can't stand unless avoid at all costs, actively involving them, such as video games you avoid because of one specific mechanic, plaque device, etc.?
No.
Absolutely.
You said no?
There's not something that's like hard and fast that why I don't like games. I just don't play games that I don't like.
Okay.
Way to be vague, cop out.
Well, like, all right, so I hate fucking survival games because they're boring as fuck to me, but it's not that they're hard. I just get bored.
I mean, that's fair enough.
He never said anything about difficulty. He said mechanic, plot device, etc.
Yeah, it said hard and fast.
Yeah.
Hard and fast is an expression like
basically this because of this thing, I will never play your game again, or once I encountered it or whatever.
Again, I mean, there's just things I don't like. So like that, I get bored. It's not a specific plot device or mechanic. I think that I shy away from.
I mean, I've got one that's fairly new and fairly
go ahead.
First worldy.
What do you got?
Choosing to tell a story in the worst way possible when you absolutely can animate or include the story in game.
Okay, I can jump on that, but I will still play the games. I hate games that info dump at the very beginning. You got to let me do something to get invested in your world first. Please do not give me a novel in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Know what games that I love lore about? The ones that make you explore to find the lore.
And yet you hate Dark Souls.
But yeah, I agree. Like if you're going to info dump me, like I really hated the books in Remnant 2 because I felt they were like an info dump that like took me away from the game.
Oh, dude, they're worse at 1. So
yeah. I just was like, okay, I understand why these are here and great, but like they just weren't for me.
No, I'm with you on that. There's too much. It's too much, especially when they tie a puzzle to it too, because half the time you're like, I don't want to read this for a clue. This is not that type of game, man.
See, I went through that methodically and looked for books and tried to figure out what the clue was. So
I think that shit works better with like Elder Scrolls stuff, where it's a whole breathing world, and then when I get bored, I can go read about the list.
The reason why it didn't work in Remnant 2 for me is because
The Stones of Baranzaya.
is because it felt like it broke their world.
No, I agree with you.
Really?
Yeah, it felt like the books were like just something like an afterthought of how to help players.
The thing is, they're not, dude. There was so many more in the first one. They did a lot better with the story this time.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are a plot device.
All of the story was in books last time.
Well, I understand that. I just, for me, Remnant 2, like, I didn't need to understand anything in the books, really, besides the puzzle mechanic.
Oh, I still agree with you. You really don't need to know what's going on. I'm just saying I don't know why they keep doing this.
See, now I would make that canon in a game.
Where I think one that does it well, just from the videos I watched, because I've never played it, was Elden Ring.
It's like Dark Souls, same shit.
Yeah, like
all the lore is hidden off of items.
Yeah, like certain items that you pick up, or descriptions of on the walls or whatever that you can read. That's like a couple paragraphs long or whatever.
Random NPC that gives you minor clues about some bullshit.
Yeah. It's weird. Okay. I am the opposite. I don't want to explore too much of that. I don't want like pages of a book to assemble to figure out what the story is. I don't want to be clueless. I don't want to be spoon-fed everything either in like cutscenes. But there's
any extreme, basically.
Yeah. There's a storytelling, what would you call it? Kind of golden rule. Show, don't tell. So, I mean, I guess cutscenes are kind of telling. The books are kind of telling once you know to go search out that mechanic. You have to show it right. Like, oh, XYZ is going on in the world. How can I find out more information about this?
Yeah.
Then you can work in some stuff like, oh, find these books and you'll find out what happened to the lusty Argonian maid.
Well, that's why
there's 3 editions of that.
There are. Actually, I don't remember how many there are.
I'm pretty sure there's 3.
But that's why Elder Scrolls and Souls games are good. They feel like living, breathing worlds. You're not getting spoon-fed everything, and if you want everything, you have to go out and find it. It's there. These worlds are destroyed, or on the Dark Souls side, destroyed. So you got to put it together, and only if you want to. It's not really like it's important. You don't really need to know what happened.
So as for hard and fast things, if I've broken the game at any point during your main quest, I will probably not play your game again.
How do you mean?
Like the game crashes.
Elaborate. Like if it just crashes?
Yeah. Crash during the main quest. During the main quest, not like a side thing, or like I'm doing something weird. Like I'm doing exactly
That's
what you.
The most engineering thing I've ever heard him say. Not really.
Like I'm going down like your known good path, or like your known like your campaign or whatever, and I break. And I'm like, oh, well, you didn't test this at all then, and so I now throw out your game.
How often is this happening for you?
I play a bunch of like your games now, so more often than I would like.
Yeah, me too, and I'm still not crashing that much, man.
I really wanted to like this simulator called Year Factory, and that's happened twice now on that game, and I think I have to hang it up now. I gave them a second chance. I really wanted to like it because like it ticked a lot of boxes for me. There was progression, there was the simulator stuff that I like, and feeling of gaining funds per like actually doing something like Minecraft kind of gives you. Or
I mean, if we're gonna go down that route, if you pull shit like what Kingdom Hearts did, particularly because we brought it up already, 1.5 plus 2.5, whatever the fuck it is, remix.
So I know why they did that. I just couldn't figure out what the fuck 2.8 was.
So that's what I mean.
That's a weird naming.
I am done with your series if you're like, oh, well, this isn't 1 or 2. This isn't a proper sequel. It's 1.5. Out.
Well, they weren't
Out.
even sequels. It's a fucking handheld game than a movie.
Out.
I don't know why we pointed 2.8. Well, it's before 3. Just fucking call it, I don't know,
Something
the handheld
else.
games. Yeah. 1.5 and 2.5 is because it's the fucking remix ultimate editions with bonus crap that came out after 1 and 2. So it's, more shit.
Yeah. I'm out.
It's still stupid, but the only thing I can think of for this shit, Tom, is because we mentioned it before and I was thinking about it now. I hate Genshin Impact because fucking they don't shut the fuck up. There's too much talking about everything. I told you I had to learn how to play that game for Erica. At some of the events, man, it'll be like, all right, we're going to a theater. So now we got to talk to
tiers 3 to 10 cutscenes.
Yeah, we got to talk to everyone in this theater before we can do the fucking mission. Why?
See, I never actually played Genshin.
Don't. It's not worth it. Play the one I was talking about.
Yeah. It's probably not worth it.
It just seemed like a slice of life anime as a mobile game.
I have one. So there's this massively multiplayer kind of war going on, World War II like war called Foxhole.
Sexy.
Yep, Foxhole. And the lack of cooperation in that game sometimes had driven me out of the game. And it is a game designed on cooperation of your team. Like, you can't, people can't have guns on the front line unless the people on the back line are making the guns and the bullets.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, I know, but goddamn, Tom.
Yeah, that's the type of game this was. But so if one part of that falls apart at all, the game's unplayable for your team. So if a big enough clan decides they're pissed about something and they're not going to do anything related to the war for your team, basically they've lost the war for your team.
Why you can't play with randos?
That pissed me off to no end because I was having a good time with it, and then just one war, there a bunch of people were mad that an update didn't contain what Foxhole basically said it would or something, and they just got pissed off and refused to play. So we didn't have a core aspect on our team.
Wait, if they're pissed off about the game, why are they still playing the game?
They weren't, but no one filled the big clan hole.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I understand now. I thought someone showed up, was like, fuck this, and then sat instead of building guns or whatever the fuck they were supposed to be doing.
No.
They
what
just
kind
didn't
of bullshit
come.
protest is that?
You had no one, so there's just no one showed up to play and do that part.
Yeah, basically this small part that this clan kind of specialized in for this war, or previous wars rather, that they had kind of built up as being the clan that did that. So not a lot of other people became, people that did that. They were outside the clan. Yeah.
Tom, you fascinate me.
I fascinate you? Why?
Because you're the most antisocial person, yet you're trying to play the most social games. You need to follow the rules and do your job. I have a real job.
I'm not saying they have to be there all the time. But when you're a 100-person clan, can you spend some people at some other time?
No. As you guys have been trying to tell me multiple times, and I'm going to take the opportunity to say this, is this your first day on the internet? And you expect gamers to be better?
Well, the fact that they were better, for 5 previous wars, which each war is 30 days or so, 30 to 60 days around there, depending on how fast each war is won. So basically when the reset happens, there's a big rush to claim land and build where you're going to build and all that. And they claimed the land in that war, but they didn't build things.
Nerd.
You're a fucking nerd.
I mean, I get the annoyance. I do. It's not like I'm not empathetic. I totally understand it. I would sit there and probably be very cranky about it.
Fucking crazy that a game like that even exists. That's really specialized. That's awesome. I don't want to play it, but that's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I don't play games like that.
I like watching other people play it sometimes, still, but I will never go back to playing it now.
Ooh, World of Warships has anime themes.
Oh yeah, you can
That's why you
go into that one game about naval anime.
No idea, don't care,
Yeah.
bunny girl.
you get yourself a waifu, Mark.
Yeah.
I will.
And they can be your commander for your
Oh.
ship in World Warships.
Wow.
Ooh,
That
talk
ad just
dirty to me,
popped
mommy.
on my Steam, the exact one Mark's talking about.
See? It's pervasive.
Well, we both know what type of things that you guys like. And I play it, and it's not like popping up anywhere on my Steam.
Because you
Larry
own it. What
got
are they going to
you.
advertise
Yeah.
to?
I haven't gotten the anime kit or whatever yet.
Well, that's the event that's going on, apparently.
Yeah.
Wow, I can deck out my fucking warship so everyone knows I'm a weeb from a mile
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
You know what this is? Because I think this is weird. I don't play this game, and I don't care. Like, it's not like weird. Like, oh, I just think it's unusual. But you know what this reminds me of? When I used to play a shit ton of Forza Horizon, and you start looking at the custom paint jobs, and you just see all of the brony cars.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's like, God damn, how many of you play this?
Apparently,
I get that they
all
do
of
other
them.
things, but yeah. Or like you see like the fucking Japanese schoolgirl like painted on the side too, and it's like, God damn.
Yeah, a lot of weebs play it too.
Like, I'm a nerd, and I'll put some shit on my car too, but not this shit.
So there's a dude that I don't know if he lives in the town we are from, but I see his car at the meetups every now and then. And he has the anime waifu on the side where the gas cap is her bent over, and we'll just say the nozzle goes someplace. And he drives that car around with no shame.
I know exactly which car you're talking about. That's sad.
There is zero shame. And he's been driving it for a while, and I've never talked to him, and I probably should have.
And I have not been there for several years now, and I know exactly which car you're talking about.
Yep.
Apparently, Will Smith recently gave a negative review to World of Warships. It just says no anime. F you. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's not really Will Smith.
Nope,
but,
it's him.
Could be.
It's absolutely him. Why would you ever think it wasn't? There you go. That's one of my boxes. That's one of my pet peeves. When Will Smith reviews games that I like poorly.
I thought it was just celebrities in general.
No, I mean, well, they are a pet peeve of mine. I don't like that they exist.
Well, I meant like them playing or influencing games that you play.
Nope. Sacrificed into a volcano. We deserve the better harvest.
All right. Good to know.
Where did we leave off?
I think we're on our last question, and we should progress forward. What do you think are some of the best games for our mentally capable brothers and sisters in arms? Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, that's what that's for.
Yeah.
Valheim.
Valheim is, yeah.
Remnant. All Souls games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Souls games could be good.
Binding of Isaac?
No. Just no.
Enter the Gungeon.
That's
better
better.
alternative.
Super Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. Any platformer, those tend to work really well.
Dave the Diver?
People on the spectrum. Yeah, that was really relaxing. I love Dave the Diver. I had to play that Godzilla shit that came out for it.
Vampire Survivors.
Never played it.
Yeah, something about that really ticks too. That's just big numbers going off. I don't know why that works.
Tickles your inner accountant.
Apparently.
That's what Moose Miners does for me.
Fighting games. People with ADD usually like fighting games. So find one you like, fucking wreck face.
I'm not really sure I have a good suggestion.
What's a good one for them to get into, Chris?
Specifically fighting games?
Specifically
or
fighting
anything?
game, or any other, or both.
Right now, Tekken. Tekken's probably the best current fighting game.
Probably.
If you want to reach back, Soul Calibur 2 or 3. I think 3 was the last good one, but do 2.
Bloody Roar. Oh, well, if we're going backwards a little bit, not to go too far backwards, but play fucking Skyrim.
Mm.
No, stop giving them money so they can put out the next one. Unless you own it already, they can go back and play it. Borrow it from
They
someone.
need more money because they spent all the money they had on, what was it?
Yeah.
Hookers and...
No, what was the shitty game they just made? Starfield.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not your
What
cup
a
of tea,
fucking
okay?
waste. No, it wasn't good.
I wouldn't even...
It took everything that was good about Bethesda games and Elder Scrolls games and everything and just shit on it unceremoniously. They just pressed ham against the glass and just shit on it.
I didn't play it, but I'm not really a Bethesda fan. I'm just an Elder Scrolls fan.
That's all there is.
Fucking no, they make Fallout.
Not anymore.
Ticked my boxes that as a simulator person. PGA Tour,
Really?
2K21, and I'm thinking about getting 2K23.
Is that like actual golf
yeah.
or because you said simulator? Oh, okay. Let's play some golf. It's one of the weird sports games I like for I don't know why.
We should make a list at some point and make sure we
You
start.
know, it will be an
scratch things
annoying,
off.
awesome stream to stream this 2K23.
I'm sure you would
Oh,
get
and
fan base
everybody's-
though.
So we might be able to. Everybody's got to do the golf announcer voice. We would
Yeah,
have to
here-
practice.
Now here he is.
I
coming
need to
up
get
to
a
the
camera
hole.
so I can buy a golf whole outfit to play in. as
That's
I
a
do this.
collared shirt and a hat.
I don't have the hat.
Oh, I was going to say the
I
entry
need a
is.
visor. Okay.
You want a visor?
I mean, what kind of hat do you want? Do you want a beret or something?
A
They
beret?
don't wear berets. And then one golfer that wears a beret.
Probably a French one. He's probably not very good.
or
See.
a Scots person?
Do the Scots wear
That's
berets?
not a beret. No, it just looks the
No.
same.
The French are lame, and I say that as a French person.
We should try to play Overcooked together, but without communicating. That should be the stream.
That sounds painful.
And it's just us recording the audio separately and spliced together afterward.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is he doing? It's just all chaos all the time. Well, that does it. Madam Secretary, take care of the rest.
Calamity. Travesty. Surviving staff. The board meetings have concluded. It is now safe to resume normal work functions. Hazard signs will be placed at all biological spill sites. Watch your step. The injured will be humanely recycled into vegan lunch options for underprivileged, inner-city children. This is a green company, after all. There will be Fig Newtons and Crystal Light in the break room for those allowed breaks. It's a long one. 3 minutes for each of yous. And don't touch my apple slices. Honey Crisp. Find joy where you can. The next board meetings will be soon. God remains dead, and we have killed him.